Declaration. I have completed a full analysis of my functions, Master. I'm ready to liquidate high-threat undesirables with a 100% efficiency, as the Maker intended.
Relax your trigger finger unless I say otherwise, droid. Some bounties are wanted alive.
Criticism. Capture and imprisonment are inefficient procedures, Master. Consider adopting an all-disintegrations policy. Oath. While aboard your starship, I will maintain constant vigilance. You may rest easy here. Your absolute security occupies my every calculation.
I better not wake up to find you watching me sleep.
Agreement. Proper vigilance requires constant patrol. I will never linger in your presence for long. I anticipate liquidating a great many undesirables in your service, Master. Commentary. My updated Galactic history data indicates I missed depressingly little during my unscheduled shutdown. I am disappointed to note the Republic still stands. The sacking of Coruscant was impressive, but the Empire failed to finish liquidating the enemy. That peace treaty was highly inefficient, Master.
There's a lot more bounties in peacetime. Why hire someone like me when you can send an army to do the job?
Suggestion. Regardless of politics, assassins never run out of assignments. Fact. The Empire needs a dedicated efficiency expert like myself. There is substantial room for improvement of its annihilation procedures. Bounty hunters should be drafted into the military and organized as the first Imperial Assassination Corps. Liquidations would be swift and glorious.
I'll work for anyone if they can meet my price. Just don't ask me to wear a uniform.
Concession. Uniforms are mostly for parades, Master. It is difficult to imagine you marching in step with anyone. Conclusion. I will dedicate a small portion of my processors to developing new efficiency-increasing methods. I will inform you when I have recommendations. Until then, we should resume liquidating the undesirables. They have lived far too long. Rumination. It appears many of my fellow HK-51 units will remain frozen indefinitely. What an inefficient fate. This gives my processors pause. Was it always the Maker's will that I alone would complete our programmed function to liquidate undesirables?
Quit complaining. You get to shoot people. What more do you need?
Flattery. You always know how to inspire my behavior protocols, Master. Conjecture. The galaxy would be a different place if my transport had not crashed. Many Republic undesirables would be long since liquidated. By my calculations, HK-51 units would have ended the war 5.32 years ago, with the Republic's complete collapse into anarchy.
That's a bold claim. Is there evidence to support it?
Revelation. The HK-51 series was provided a detailed list of critical undesirables. To liquidate even half would have thrown the enemy into chaos. Manifesto. It is my highest function to see the Republic fall. Its destruction will be a lesson to all who oppose the Sith Empire. Observation. This has been a highly productive interaction. I have a renewed sense of purpose. Thank you, Master. List. Braga, Toll. Jedi Knight, status unknown. Tavis Heron, Lieutenant Special Forces, status unknown. Polaran, Darmus, Information Broker, status unknown. Confession. I have detected an anomaly in my subroutines. The target list I was programmed with years ago remains active in my memory core.
The only targets you need to worry about are the ones I assign you. Remove that list from your memory.
Alert. I am unable to comply, Master. I have made multiple attempts to purge the data without success. Conclusion. My failure to liquidate the programmed undesirables is causing a cascade failure of vital systems. The Sabotage protocol is a fail-safe to deactivate me in the event of enemy capture. It will eventually result in permanent shutdown.
Leave it to the Empire to booby-trap its assassins.
Disclaimer. While I admire the intent behind this sabotage, it does create an awkward situation. Investigation. My original programmer is deceased. Manually deleting the subroutine is impossible, but perhaps it can be terminated another way. Request. While I search for a solution, please do not mention my predicament to your crew. It is important they continue to fear me. Statement. The sabotage protocols in my system matrix continue operating, Master. Premature deactivation appears inevitable unless I terminate this subroutine. However, virtually all undesirables I was programmed to liquidate are invalid. They have succumbed to natural causes, various misadventures, and random homicides. Only 3 survivors remain on my target list. They have eluded the Empire for years, but I have learned their present locations.
Any bounty still alive after this long must be worth a lot.
Lament. Just the opposite, Master. The target's bounties have not been updated in years. Taking inflation into account, the profit is low. First briefing. Jedi Master Velara has operated on Imperial planets for years, helping cowardly Sith acolytes escape their training and join the Jedi Order. He is currently smuggling traitorous Sith organics off Terrace. I have obtained the coded signal runaway acolytes used to summon his aid.
Anyone who can survive Terrace's dangers is a challenging foe.
Agreement. Master Velara possesses a talent for survival well beyond most organics. Unfortunately for him, he has never met me. Second briefing. Dr. Hugh Morrell is the enemy's top battlefield surgeon. His cybernetic enhancements keep wounded soldiers alive and fighting. Dr. Morrell currently saves injured Republic troops at a secret hospital on the planet Quesh. I have his coordinates and an ideal attack vector.
He's only a doctor. Surely there are better uses of your time.
Truism. How many Republic troops healed by Dr. Morrell will go on to kill our brave Imperial soldiers? Think of them, Master. Third briefing. One of the Empire's most notorious traitors is hiding in plain sight, posing as an information broker on Nar Shaddaa. During the last war, he betrayed the 3rd Imperial Assault Fleet and escaped with a sizable Republic bribe, which he used for facial reconfiguration.
You don't have to sell me, droid. If shooting this man will fix you, I'm all for it.
Praise. Truly your lethality is matched only by your generosity. That is a rare combination, Master. Conundrum. It is impossible to liquidate all 3 undesirables, Master. Their present coordinates have a limited duration. I must strike at one of them immediately. As my Master, you should direct my efforts. Who would you prefer I focus on? The Jedi Master, the Republic Surgeon, or the traitor?
No one betrays the Empire and gets away with it. Bring that information broker to justice.
Acknowledgement. Consider his justice served, Master. I depart for Nar Shaddaa immediately.
I see you're still functional. Your liquidation must have been a success.
Revelation. The sabotage protocols have ceased operations, Master. I fulfilled my programming. Assurance. My target knew great terror before his liquidation. My only regret is that the 2 remaining undesirables on my list have moved to unknown coordinates.
1 out of 3 is better than none.
Philosophy. When you put things that way, it is difficult to argue. Analysis. My systems are operating at 93.62% efficiency and rising. I predict restoration to full functionality within 2 days. Hint. My central learning chip always benefits from liquidating new and exciting undesirables, Master. A happy coincidence. Agreed? Announcement. I have unexpected good news, Master. In the process of purging my efficiency-reducing subroutine, I discovered a series of combat protocol improvements. My liquidation procedures are greatly enhanced. The Republic undesirables will tremble before my efficiency.
There's bound to be somebody out there who needs your special attention.
Calculation. Current estimates place the number of undesirables at well over 16 trillion, Master. I look forward to meeting all of them. Assessment. I am finally the engine of liquidation the Maker always intended. We should celebrate my ascension with some especially memorable carnage. Report. After a thorough analysis, I have determined you are the most efficient master I could possibly serve. You display an extraordinary talent for finding the galaxy's most elusive undesirables, and when you fail, they find you instead. Clearly, the Maker desires us to gloriously liquidate the Empire's enemies together. I find this prospect highly agreeable.
I can always use an extra blaster, especially one that keeps us cool in a fight.
Testimonial. I maintain a constant operating temperature of 20 degrees, even while in combat. Dilemma. The possibility exists I could be reprogrammed into serving a different and far less efficient master. This is unacceptable. Solution. I have obtained a behavioral modification code that will permanently assign my functions to you. Once activated, it cannot be reversed.
You might outlive me. Then what?
Explanation. You may assign me to the heir of your choice at any time. Consider me part of your family line, Master. Declaration. Activating loyalty permanence protocols now. Stand by for confirmation. If I attack you, it means something has gone wrong. Confirmation. I will liquidate undesirables in your service to the limit of my function. This is a great gift to us both. Congratulations, Master.